Good morning. Welcome to another one-line meditation. It is Saturday morning. Hope your week's been good. Hope you're ready to have a bit of a rest on the weekend. Or perhaps you've still got a ways to go to reach the goals you set for yourself this week. Whichever way it might be, welcome to this beautiful Saturday morning. Our teacher for this week has been Hermann Hesse, and his message today speaks about time, how past and future all really come together in the present moment. Danae, a very good morning. Somebody, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. As I've already said, today's message is about how past, future, and the whole concept of time all come together in this present moment. Our minds struggle with this though. Our analytical mind's habit is to pull everything apart into separate components and become frazzled as we bounce around between our attachment to the past and our fear about the future. Zareen, good morning. Happy Saturday morning to you. Nella, good morning. And Anthony, good morning. Hello, beautiful humans. So Hermann Hesse says, have you also learned that secret from the river? That there is no such thing as time? That the river is everywhere at the same time, at the source and also at the mouth. At the waterfall, at the ferry, at the current, in the ocean and in the mountains, everywhere, and that only the present exists for it, not the shadow of the past, nor the shadow of the future. The whole of the river is present now. Antoinette, a very good morning. Hello. Awesome seeing you. The next thought from Hermann Hesse says, he saw that the water continually flowed, and yet it was always there. It was always the same, and yet every moment it was new. The river always flowed and flowed, but it was always there, always the same, but also always new. Linda, a very good morning. Hello, happy Saturday morning to you. Did I see that it is Serene's birthday this morning? Good morning. Happy birthday, Serene. I will try to remember to send you a message. And the last thought by Hermann Hesse says, this day will never come again. And anyone who fails to eat and drink and taste and smell it will never have it offered to him again in all eternity. The sun will never shine as it does today, but you must play your part and sing a song, one of your best. This day will never come again, and anyone who fails to eat and drink and taste and smell it will never have it offered to him again in all eternity. Our meditation journey is this: dropping from your head into your body and taking a few moments to taste and smell and feel and see. This is a grounding experience because it pulls all of your thinking from your ruminating in the past and the future into the now. When you're busy experiencing the sensations of your body, then you are not stuck in your head. When you lower yourself from your head into your heart, even your brain waves will follow. From high beta to alpha, and perhaps even lower into theta. This is always a refreshing and restful experience for your brain. As you emerge from a few minutes of breathing and feeling, your cluttered whiteboard is wiped clean, and you become available to the conscious choice of what to pay attention to next. So if you're ready, this is our journey today. You can close your eyes and we'll float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, our journey today is to check in with this body. And we'll start doing that right now. With your next exhale, bring your attention to your forehead, to the space between your eyes. Do you sometimes find yourself carrying a frown there? And in this moment, is your forehead completely relaxed? With your next exhale, bring your attention to the area in and around your mouth. Do you sometimes find yourself grinding your teeth? Or pressing your tongue hard against the roof of your mouth? Or your jaw muscles clenched tightly? And then do you remind yourself to soften? Do you take a few moments to breathe deeply and drop into your heart. With your next exhale, bring your attention to your neck and shoulders. Do you sometimes find your shoulders pulled up high? Perhaps even level with your ears? And then do you remember to soften, roll out your shoulders, take a few big breaths and drop into your heart. With your next exhale, bring your attention to your stomach area, to your abdominal muscles. Notice how easily tension hides there. We can carry tension in our abs for a long time. Remember to soften there too. And with your next exhale, bring your attention to your butt cheeks and just make sure you're not clenching. Make sure that everything relaxes. And lastly, to your legs and your arms, and very specifically to your hands. Another place where we can hide tension without realizing. Hands balled into tight fists, sometimes even with a nail imprint in the palms. Soften your hands. Have them lie half open in your lap. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, further helping our body to soften and settle down. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left. And lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we are able to find ourselves in that really present place right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. Follow the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, take a moment to wrap your arms around this body. Take a moment to really welcome yourself to this body. This body has been carrying you step after step after step, all the way up to now. So take a moment to say, hello body. I really love having you. Take your next big breath. Our journey of the senses starts at the top of our body and then works its way through. The first stop is your eyes. For this exercise, we keep them closed and we use our mind to find what our eyes would see. So with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, what would be the most obvious thing that you would see if you were to open your eyes? Take a moment to find that obvious object with your mind. And as you take a deep breath, as you dive deep inside, study this object from all of its angles, see all of its color, and find all of its texture. Take your next big breath. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, what would be the least obvious object in your room? If you were to open your eyes and look around, what is something that would take you a moment to find and go, oh yes, there's that thing there? Study this less obvious object. See it from all of its angles, see all of its color, and find all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Today's message by Hermann Hesse is about how time, all of time, the whole concept, past, future, always flow together right here in this present moment. Any exercise involving our senses is always a reminder to be grounded here in this present moment. So we'll take a step down to your ears and what you can hear, and use the rest of our senses to remind us that right here in this present moment is the only place that we can spend any effective energy. So let's ask our ears to remind us to be present. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, what is the most obvious sound that you can hear? Take a moment to listen deeply into this obvious sound and see if you can find the different vibrations in this obvious sound. Take your next big breath. We'll change gears, and as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see if you can find the faintest sound in your environment. What is barely more than a whisper? And then lean in. See how much of that faint sound you can bring to your awareness. Take your next big breath. An exercise of becoming aware of our senses reminds us to spend our energy here where our feet are. That's another beautiful question. Where are your feet? Put your feet down on the floor and feel where your feet are. Spend your energy there. Not in the past, not in the future, but where your feet are. For the next 2 stops, change your breathing to whatever it needs to be for you to smell and taste. And we'll ask these senses also to remind us to be present and spend our energy here where our feet are. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see if you can pick up any obvious smell. Take your next big breath. and then become really curious. Would you be able to find any other smell, anything besides the first obvious smell? Be curious enough to try and find out. Take your next big breath. Dropping from your head into your body to become aware of your senses. It helps you walk in the opposite direction of all the busy thoughts. It gives your brain a moment's break. Remind yourself to anchor yourself in your senses often. We'll take another step down to your mouth, your taste buds and what you can taste. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see if you can discern any obvious taste. Take your next big breath. And then become curious to see if you can find any other taste. Anything besides the first obvious taste. Take your next big breath. We ask our body and all of its senses to remind us to be present. Because right here in this present moment is the only place where we can be effective. Right here is the only place where we can actually apply our energy. We do sometimes pour way too much energy into the past, where it certainly is only wasted. Not a drop of it is spent wisely. And often spend way too much energy pouring into the future. While planning for the future is a productive exercise, when we try and live our way into the future or pour our energy away into the future, every drop of it is wasted. We can only spend our energy right here. And we're asking our senses to remind us to be where our feet are. The last stop is the surface of your skin. Scan the surface of your skin and find where can you feel the most obvious sensation. And as you dive in, see if you can describe different sensations and different pressures in that obvious spot. Take your next big breath. And then one more time, let's change gears and find on the surface of your skin a spot that is just having the slightest sensation. Somewhere you can perhaps gently feel fabric rest on skin. Or perhaps you can feel the air touch your forehead or your cheek. Take your next big breath. We'll take one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back, or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. And I'll read to you again Hermann Hesse's message for us today. He says, "Have you also learned that secret from the river? That there is no such thing as time. That the river is everywhere at the same time, at the source and also at the mouth, at the waterfall, at the ferry, at the current, in the ocean and in the mountains. Everywhere, and that only the present exists for the river. Not the shadow of the past, nor the shadow of the future. He saw that the water continually flowed, and yet it was always there. It was always the same, and yet every moment it was new. This day will never come again, and anyone who fails to eat and drink and taste and smell it will never have it offered to him again in all eternity. The sun will never shine as it does today, but you must play your part and sing your song, one of your best. When you lower yourself from your head into your heart, even your brain waves will follow, from high beta to alpha, and perhaps even lower into theta. This is always a refreshing and restful experience for your brain. As you emerge from a few minutes of breathing and feeling, your cluttered whiteboard will be wiped clean. And then you become available to the conscious choice of what to pay attention to next. Let your senses remind you to pay attention to what's right here, what needs your attention here where your feet are. Because when the past hijacks all of our attention, and when the scary future hijacks all of our attention, then we become really ineffective. Because right here where our feet are, we will be left with less energy to spend. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for this body and all of its wonderful sensory experiences. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the ability to be able to plan for the future, and also the reminder to spend my energy here. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that it is only when I am present, when I am right here, that I make myself available for the universe to express through. When I'm stuck in the past, I'm not available. When I'm lost in the future, I am not available. When I'm present, right here, I'm an open vessel for the universe to express through. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for being an instrument for the universe. At least in the moments that I am able to be present. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for opening yourself to spending your present moment with us right here. Lillian, a very good morning. Thanks for joining us. Jenna, good morning. Thank you for being in our space for a while. Anne-Marie, happy Saturday morning. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Serene. Have a happy birthday. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Danae. Colette, good morning. Awesome having you here. Hello. Thank you, Anthony and Antoinette and Linda and Maggie and Sunmarie, and Stefan. I saw you pop in as well. Good morning, Stefan. Awesome seeing you. Thank you, Nella. Have a beautiful Saturday. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.